Hey, what's up guys and girls, welcome back to Savage Gaming and another tutorial in 7 Days to Die. And today I'm going to show you guys how to use your traps and set up your traps and wire them, etc. and sort of give a brief explanation how everything works. So this will be your mid to end game sort of base style, or these are the types of traps you will be using in that sort of period during the game. So what we're going to start with, guys, is the two types of generators. So we've got a generator bank and then we've got a battery bank. So the battery bank, if we open it up here, you'll see I've got two lead car batteries in there. Those you'll pick up from cars, and that'll tell you your max output is 82 watts. So you can use that, you can switch it on. The nice thing with this is if you keep it running and it's not, whatever it's powering is not in operation, it doesn't use any battery power. So you can literally, switch it on and forget it. The generator bank, let's go through that one. That one takes engines, so the more engines the more power. This is putting out 100 watts. It also requires gasoline, and then basically it does a similar thing. The nice thing with the generator bank is if you connect it to the battery bank, it will charge the batteries in the battery bank. So handy tip to know there as well. If you're relying on the battery bank, have a generator bank just to keep your batteries charged, possibly before the horde or whatever, or during the day or whatnot. But that does create heat, so it will attract zombies as well. So just bear that in mind with the generator bank. Then the next thing we're going to talk about is blade traps. We're going to talk about motion sensors as well. We're going to talk about electric fencing, and we are going to talk about dart traps as well. So let me just bring this one dart trap into my thing here, and we're also going to talk about the pressure plates as well. So without further ado, let's get to it, guys. So one of the easiest ways to get things wired up is you're going to need your wiring tool. You're going to have to take it, and always remember this, you wire from the generator or from the battery bank to the device, and then from that to the actual trap or directly to the trap. So you can either look at your battery bank, right click, and go straight to the blade trap as such. As you see now, it's on. Okay, if we turn this off, it's now off. You'll see also, if you've got the wiring tool in your hand, you'll see these little yellow lines. If I take the wiring tool away, it shows nothing. So the wiring tool just shows you where the power is flowing to, and then that's pretty much how you are going to interact with that device. Let's just see if we can disconnect this. There we go. So all you do is you look at the trap and then you left click. That'll disconnect the wire from the device. So that's the first way of doing it, but that's going to be very complicated if you're running multiple traps at once, and also sometimes you just want your traps to go on when you want them to go on. So the next option is going to be to use a switch. So here we'll go from the battery bank and we'll go straight to a switch. So remember, always from the power source. Then from the switch we'll go to the blade trap. Right, so there we go. Now we've completed that line over there. If we connect this on now, or if we switch it on, right, nothing's happening to the blade trap. We turn the switch, there goes the blade trap. So easy peasy, not too difficult. That's one way of doing it, so just hooking it up to a switch. Another way of doing it is using a pressure plate or a motion sensor. The other thing, guys, that you should bear in mind as well, this wire can only go a certain distance, so you can't run it for endless distances. That's why they made these things here. These are called relays. They are cheap to make as well. I think it's like 2 forged iron and something similarly silly like that. But basically what this does is it extends it. So let's just say we don't like where that wire is, we want it in a different place. Now we're going to go from the switch, okay, we're going to go to, let's say, this relay. And then from this relay, right click, we're going to take it to this blade trap. Now you'll see that wire goes through the wall and it goes to that blade trap. So let's try it again. Let's switch on the battery bank and turn on our switch. Oh, sorry, I switched it off, didn't I? I switched it off. There we go. Okay. So there you can see the blade trap's working. It just goes through the relay. Bear in mind, guys, don't expose these relays outside your base. The zombies will destroy them, especially if you get demolishers and things like that. Or zombie cop spit or something like that. You're going to get into trouble there. And if you lose the relay, you lose the trap as well. So a little bit more about the actual blade trap itself. It's a really cool looking trap. It doesn't have a lot of health though, guys. It's not going to take a big beating. It'll break pretty quickly. Also, you can shoot it with your gun by accident, so that'll just increase or decrease the durability of it. So bear that in mind if you're going to be doing a killing corridors like something like this, that you don't want to shoot your blade traps at any point. So make sure you bear that in mind with your base design. And then the other thing that guys like to do with the base blade traps is they have one at the bottom and then just one block higher. So this takes off the neck, and this takes spider zombies and dogs, and if just normal zombies come in, they'll get chopped with both blades, so double the damage. So that's quite a nice little way to use it. So you can sort of zigzag it. That's one way of using the blade traps. Then the next thing we're going to move on to is, let's go on to the trigger plate. So here is a trigger plate, and what this does is once you step on it, you can hear once you step on it, it'll trigger whatever you want. You can access the trigger plate, and then you can select the power duration. Once it's triggered, it always stays on, or 60 minutes, or only when it's triggered, or only for 1 second. So what that means is if a zombie comes and he walks on this, and he steps off it, it'll only activate the device or the trap while he's standing on it. Once he's off it, it'll stop. So this can be handy if you need to save bullets and things like that. So if you're using something like a dart trap, like I've got here, so let's just show you guys the dart trap. You can obviously rotate this thing whichever way you like, and that's the direction it's going to shoot in. You can also double up if you wanted to as well. So the problem with dart traps, however, is that they can often get damaged as well during a horde night with the zombies and that. So what I like to do with my dart traps is I just put arrow slits here. So this is a arrow slit block. So if you want to know how to make that, you take your normal wood frame, hold down R, choose shapes, and here at the bottom you'll see wood arrow slit, and that's the one, and you obviously just upgrade it. And then that will allow you to put your dart trap behind something that's protected. So the zombies can bang around, they're not going to hit your dart trap, unless they obviously break through these blocks, but that's highly unlikely because you'll be probably down this passage. But anyway, let's not get too complicated. Then basically what will happen is, let's talk about the wiring of the switch as well, of the pressure plate. So from your power source, I'm just going to go straight to a relay here. Okay, there we go. And then from this relay, you're going to go to your pressure plate. So, let me go find the pressure plate. So we're going to connect to the pressure plate. Then you must connect from the pressure plate to the dart trap, so as such. Okay, so let's put some ammo in there and lock the ammo. There we go. And everything is this thing on? Yes, it is on. Okay, so now if I stand on this, I should get shot. Let's have a look. There we go. See how that works, and I get off the plate, and then it stops shooting. Get on the plate and get off the plate. So that's pretty much how your pressure plate works, and I think you get these 1 and a 5 variants, so you can go 5 wide, so you can sort of run them all along this floor here. So when zombies are running over it, it's triggering. Then that's pretty much how your dart traps are going to work, and how you can protect them, and how you can wire them to a triggering device. The same works with the motion sensor, guys. If you want the motion sensor to be the device that triggers the dart traps or blade traps, then it works the same as the pressure plate. You will go from the battery to either a switch or to a relay, and then to the motion sensor, then from the motion sensor to the actual trap. So your wiring would look something along the lines of this, and to the trap, something like that. So you go from the generator to the motion sensor to the blade trap. So let's switch this one on. You see nothing's happening. Let's see if the motion sensor, yeah, there you see it, the motion sensor's picked us up, and you'll see it actually follows us around as well. So the motion sensor will swivel and keep that blade trap turning until we're out of its range, like there. So that's the range of the motion trap, and you'll see the motion sensor, and then the blade trap will stop. Then finally, the last thing that we're going to look at is electric fencing. So that's this monster key here, this little thing. That's a little electric fence post. So sometimes they are tricky to wire, and I'll show you guys the easiest way to do it. Connect from your battery. We're going to go to a relay. In this case, you can either go to a switch if you want, but then from the relay, you're going to go to the electric fence post. Then you're always going to need 2. Always, always, always. Then from this electric fence post, we connect to the next one. over there. Bang. Now you'll see that line has got the blue lighting on it, and we're getting shot. And the dart traps are shooting us. So you can see it's quite effective. You can really hurt the zombies. Just make sure, like I've done here with the arrow slits, same as the dart traps, just protect your fence post. The electric fence post is not invincible, guys. It's not going to just last forever the whole night. It does deteriorate as it deals damage. It does also deteriorate, so eventually the line will break. So it's not a be-all and end-all solution. You know, multiple electric fences is a good idea. It also slows the zombies down, which is great, and it allows you some time to shoot them as well. But that's it for electrical traps, guys, and the wiring of it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please leave a like if you did, and please subscribe if you want to see more, guys. And as usual, I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.